Welcome back to DJ Carl Play Legacy. Today we have Josh on Maverick and David on Blue-Black Death Shadow. Josh, we have an opening hand of Endurance, Fiend Artisan, Scavenging Ooze, Thalia Guardian of Thraben, Grist the Hunger Tide, Verdant Catacombs and a Wasteland, Scrying and Endurance to the bottom. Going over to David, got an opening hand of Death Shadow, Thoughtseize, Reanimate, Brainstorm, 2 Polluted Delta, and a Wasteland. David on the play, we're going to start with a Polluted Delta, crack it down to 19. Grabbing a Watery Grave, paying it 2 additional life, and he's going to go ahead and Thoughtseize Josh. David's going to take the Fiend Artisan, going down to 15, and pass the turn from there. Josh is going to take turn 1 and play the Wasteland and hit that Watery Grave. David will play the second Polluted Delta. He's going to fetch, going down to 13. Looks like David's going to go ahead and fetch and Shock, going down to 12. And Thoughtseize again. Additional card for Josh is a Cauldron Complete. Dave's going to take the Thalia. And pass turn to Josh. Josh will play on Verdant Catacombs and pass turn. Dave's going to play a Swamp and cast a Death Shadow. It is a 3/3. Dave's going to pass turn. Josh is going to go ahead and pass turn. David would start his turn with a Brainstorm. So he'll draw 3 cards and then put 2 cards from his hand on top of his library. David's going to play a Polluted Delta and cast a Reanimate targeting the Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, and Josh's graveyard. So David will go down to 8, swing for 5, and pass the turn. Josh will play a Plains, crack the Verdant Catacombs, and cast a Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn, he will untap draw and go ahead and start his turn with casting a Thoughtseize. He's going to take the Grist. David's then going to play Wasteland targeting the Plains, and Josh will scoop. Moving on to sideboards, Josh is going to be taking out a Knight of Item, Gaddock Teague, Titania Voice of Gaia, Scavenging Ooze, and Umezawa's Jite, bringing in a Choke, 2 Carpet Flowers, Containment Priest, and 2 Thoughtseize. David is going to be taking out 4 Days, Address Down, Street Wraith, bringing in Brazen Bar, Engineered Explosive, 2 Sheoldred's Edict, and 2 Fatal Push. Josh with an opening hand of Mother of Runes, Fiend Artisan, Endurance, Batterskull, Bayou, Windswept Heath, and a Wasteland. David keeping an opening hand of Engineered Explosives, Thoughtseize, 2 Ponder, the Black Gate, Scalding Tarn, and Sheoldred's Edict. Turn 1 from Josh, he's going to play Windswept Heath and go down to 19, fetching. Grabbing a Savannah. And then he'll pay 1, cast Mother of Runes. That resolve, and Josh will pass the turn. Turn 1 for David. He's going to play the Black Gate, having it come into play untap, paying 3 life. And then he will Thoughtseize Josh. David's going to take the Fiend Artisan again and pass the turn. Josh is going to go ahead and play the Wasteland, and he activate it right away, targeting the Black Gate, and then attack for 1 with the Mother of Runes. Pass the turn, David will untap and draw. David's going to start his turn off by cycling a Street Wraith, so he will discard it, pay 2 life, and draw a card. He'll play a Scalding Tarn. He's going to fetch down to 11. Playing cautiously, David's going to grab the Underground Sea and cast a Ponder. So keep him on top and draw a card and pass turn. Josh is going to play another Wasteland and activate it right away, targeting the Underground Sea. And then he'll Green Sun Zenith for 0. In response, David's going to cast a Force of Will, exiling a Ponder from his hand and paying 1 life. Moving to combat, Josh is going to attack for 1 and pass the turn. David's going to start his turn off with playing a Polluted Delta. He's going to fetch down to 8. Looks like he's grabbing a Swamp, and he's going to play a Death Shadow and pass the turn from there. Josh is going to start his turn with playing a Bayou and pass. David's going to start his turn with the Thoughtseize. David's going to take the Endurance. With no reason to attack because of the Mother Runes, David's going to pass the turn. Josh will play the Plains and pass. David's going to cast a Reanimate, targeting the Endurance. And then with the ETB, he's going to target Josh. And pass. Josh is going to play a Windswept Heath. He will crack it. And grab a Savannah. And cast Green Sun Zenith for 3. That will resolve. Josh is going to get a Grist the Hunger Tide and shuffle the Green Sun Zenith back into his library. Josh will plus, so he'll make a 1/1 black and green insect creature token and mill the top card of his library and repeat it if he hits another one. He will then pass a turn. Dave's going to move to combat and attack Grist with everything. So Josh will block the Death Shadow with the Insect token, activate Mother Runes, giving it Pro Black, and Grist will go down to 1. Untapping and drawing from there. Josh is going to plus the Grist, make another Insect creature token, and mill the top card of his library. Josh will then play the Besage Who Endures and cast Batterskull. Josh is going to go to combat and attack for 2. David will untap and draw and scoop. Sideboarding for game 3. Josh is going to keep it the same. David will be taking out 2 days, Dress Down, and 4 Street Wraith. Bring in Brazen Bower, Engineered Explosives, 1 Shielded Edict, 2 Fatal Push, and bringing it back in 2 days. For Josh's opening hand, we have a Grist the Hungertide, Thoughtseize, Stoneforge Mystic, Besage Who Endures, Scrubland, Windswept Heath, and a Forest. David's hand here has a Troll of Khazad-dûm, Thoughtseize, Reanimate, Murktide Regent, the Black Gate, Underground Sea, and a Sheoldred's Edict, scrying the Murktide Regent to the bottom. David's going to start off by playing the Black Gate on tap, paying 3 life, and start off with a Thoughtseize. David's going to go ahead and take Josh's Thoughtseize and pass a turn. Josh is going to start his turn off with a Force and Green Sun Zenith for 0. Looks like he's going to go ahead and grab the Dryad Arbor, shuffle the Green Sun Zenith back to his library, and pass turn. David will untap and draw. And he'll Swamp Cycle the Troll of Khazad-dûm, grabbing an Underground Sea. David will play the Underground Sea and play the Reanimate on the Troll. David will go down to 9 and pass turn. Josh will start his turn by playing the Savannah and then casting Grist the Hungertide. With that resolving, Josh is going to go ahead and -2, sacrificing the Dryad Arbor to destroy the Troll of Khazad-dûm. He will pass a turn from there. David's going to start his turn off by casting a Brainstorm. He'll then play another Underground Sea, cast a Death Shadow, and cast another Reanimate on the Troll. David will go to 3 and pass turn from there. Josh is going to play a Windswept Heath and fetch. He'll grab a Savannah. Josh is going to start his turn by casting a Swords to Plowshares on the Death Shadow. So David will go back up to 13. And then cast a Stoneforge Mystic. David's going to go ahead and cast a Daze in response, returning one of the Underground Seas to his hand, countering the Stoneforge Mystic. Josh will then plus the Grist, make an insect token, and mill over another Stoneforge, and pass. David will play the Underground Sea again, go to combat and attack the Grist with the Troll, and pass turn. Josh is going to start his turn by playing a Wasteland, hitting one of the Underground Sea, and channel Beseiju on the other one. David's going to get an Underground Sea. Whether or not he wants it to come into play untapped or not and pay the 2 life. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go ahead and have it come into play on tap, going down to 11. Josh is going to attack for 1 with the insect, bringing him down to 10. And pass. David's going to play a Polluted Delta, move to combat with the Troll, and pass. Josh will play a Forest and attack for 1. David's going to move to combat and attack with the Troll. Second main, he's going to cast a Brainstorm. And pass turn. End step, Josh is going to cast a Surgical Extraction, targeting the Brainstorm. Josh will untap and draw. Drew a Green Sun Zenith, so he'll cast it for 3. Looks like he's going to grab an Endurance and target David with it. So ETB, David will shuffle his graveyard into the bottom of his library, effectively delaying or shutting off that Murktide Regent, and he'll pass from there. End step, David's going to crack the Polluted Delta. Grab an Underground Sea. He's going to cast the Sheoldred's Edict, targeting Josh to sacrifice a non-token creature. Untap and draw. David's going to attack with the Troll. And pass turn. Josh ripping a Swords to Plowshares off the top, so he will target the Troll of Khazad-dûm. And go to combat and attack David for 1. Looks like at end step, David's going to cast a Brazen Borrower. Josh will concede. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.